has no doubt been a story that has received so much attention, especially in newsrooms really all across the country, even in this newsroom, getting emails, phone calls talking about drone sightings, and then also showing video and different images as well. So it is a #1 talker here, as really federal government still not giving any clear answers of what may be up in the sky. So we want to continue to talk about this and talk about it from a local level as well, about these sightings that continue. New York, New Jersey, really prevalent in these areas that have a high density of people in them. And we go into the weekend now where everyone this holiday weekend is looking up to the sky to see if they could see more drones. So I want to bring in our next guest here to help break down what they are seeing on the local level as they continue to investigate. This is Detective Anthony D'Amico with the Ocean County Sheriff's Office in New Jersey. Thanks so much for joining us here on Live Now from Fox. And if you just want to let us know what you guys are seeing, the reports that you guys are getting, and maybe what you're seeing in the sky yourself.
Good evening. How are you? We're getting tons of calls from all over the county, and it's been talked about all over the state that there are just all sites of sightings of drones everywhere. Tonight, it hasn't been as I guess active as it was earlier in the week. I've been up. I've had one of our bigger drones up for the last couple hours, and I haven't seen too much. Maybe a couple sightings of drones, but as far as tonight compared to the rest of the week, it just hasn't been as active tonight.
And when you are seeing that yourself, well, what are you thinking? What is the size of it, that the best of your ability, what you could describe it as?
The instance that I saw one a couple days ago, it looked to be about maybe 6 feet. It looked like it was a fixed wing drone, and it was moving pretty quick, maybe 60, 70 miles an hour.
Now, what about also the sounds? Is it making much sound, or is it pretty silent?
I didn't hear it making any noises when it was moving past us.
And I think that is what got a lot of people thinking, okay, you know, because I think some of the big talk away from people that are seeing stuff, when the naysayers are saying something to them, they're saying, oh, it's going to be an aircraft or something. But the way these things are moving is not in the feeling of an aircraft, correct?
Yeah, I agree. The instance where we did see one, it looked like it was heading towards us, and it was able to spin around. And then I kind of head away from us, and then it looped around and flew right past us. So it was moving really quick, kind of too quick for it to be like a larger aircraft.
And President-elect Donald Trump tonight talking about the drones. I want to mention this here because he said mystery drone sightings all over the country. Can this really be happening without our government's knowledge? I don't think so. Let the public know, and now otherwise shoot them down there. So is that something that you are maybe worried about, that people may start putting this in their own hands and trying to shoot these things down?
Well, hopefully everybody kind of could just be patient. I know it's a little frustrating that there hasn't been any straightforward answers. So hopefully everybody can kind of just hang tight and let us kind of figure out what's going on. Like I said, I know it's very frustrating that there hasn't really been any answers to the question that everyone wants to know, and that's who's flying the drones.
I think some people have the feeling of, they feel like they're back maybe in the 50s and 60s, when they would see something in the sky. They say, oh, that looks like a UFO. And then the federal government would say, no, that's nothing. That's nothing. And then now it's almost like they're saying the same thing. But we all have these phones now. It's not the 60s anymore. So do you feel the same type of, wanting to know, and do you feel the same frustrations that just a normal American does?
Of course, it's extremely frustrating when you have people telling you that they're not really sure what it is, but not to really be worried about it. And that kind of, I feel like it makes most people a little bit more concerned. So, like I said, we're out here trying to do whatever we can to maybe give some answers to give everybody some peace of mind.
And lastly, here, when you do get maybe some calls, do you, with your own drone surveillance, do you kind of try to go out in the area where they are talking about it and try to see what you can do?
We're kind of set up in an area where it's like mainly the high volume of the calls, and we're trying to figure out if we can maybe observe them either taking off or landing, so we can see who's operating the drones.
And what would you be able to do? Say if you just somehow were able to get close to a drone, would you be able to get some good video even in the nighttime of it?
You'd be able to get some decent video. The drones that we have the thermal cameras on, so we can pick up some thermal imaging. And if it's a decent lighting, we'd be able to get some decent videos with the drones we have.
And no doubt with social media, this probably magnifies everything, right? I mean, people see a sighting and then, anything they see in the sky, they're thinking, okay, this is another drone.
Yeah, of course.
So anything else that you'd like to add that maybe I didn't touch upon, or that are you guys going to be doing this into the weekend as well?
Yeah, we're going to be doing it into the weekend, and if need be, continuing it as much as we can to try and help out and see if we can maybe give some answers to the people.
All right, Detective, thanks so much for your hard work, and thanks for giving us an update there. I know it's a story that a lot of people want to know what's going on, so we really appreciate it, and everyone in New Jersey does too.
Not a problem. Thank you so much. Have a good night.
You as well. Thank you. All right, everyone, and we will continue to follow this major story for you right here on Live Now from Fox.